What's up, guys? Jamie the Spirit Coach here to give you guys a general tarot reading. Welcome. This message is going to be for the sign of Libra. So, Libra, before I say anything, I just want to say I had to start this reading twice. You're the only sign that this has happened with. But it was like I was energetically thrown off. As soon as I pressed record on my camera, I instantly started shaking. I felt extremely anxious. I got nauseous. And I tried to push through it and keep going, but it just got so overwhelming. So I had to stop the reading and clear my space. You'll see here I have an incense burning. This is frankincense, and it's really good for helping to ground your energy. So we're just going to let that burn throughout this reading and allow it to hopefully transmit some energy through to you and help with clearing your space. So I don't know if some of you are experiencing some anxieties or panic attacks or something like that, but I encourage you guys to take some time to do some deep breathing exercises. One that I really love to do is to take a big inhale. I inhale to the count of 4, and then I hold it to the count of 4, and then I exhale to the count of 6 or sometimes even 8, just to really just allow my body to completely release all the tension that I'm feeling and ground myself and bring myself back to the present, right? So some of you may be experiencing that. So what we're going to be doing today is speaking with your spirit guides for this reading. We're going to connect with this guide and find out what they do to show you that they are nearby, or what signs they bring to you to let you know that they're there, or how are they helping you, what lessons are you learning, and what lessons are they helping you learn, what obstacles you need to look out for, what gifts you have, and then what your next step is going to be. We will consult with some oracle cards to get a direct message from your spirit guide, and then end with a number message. Our angels and our guides love to speak to us through numbers. So with this final card, you will keep an eye out for this number in the upcoming weeks, days, throughout the rest of this month. Pay attention to what you're thinking when you see this number. Pay attention to what you're feeling in your body when you see this number. It may be something significant. There may be an underlying message there for you from your spirit guide, okay? So we'll start with the tarot cards and find out what signs your spirit guides show you when they're around, or something to kind of give us a clue as to who your spirit guide might be. This could be a passed on loved one, an ancestor, an angel, anyone in the spiritual realm that is helping you. So let's see. Spirit, what signs do you give to Libra to show that you are near? Got one across the table. So it is the 6 of Swords. It did come out in the reverse. Let me adjust the camera here, guys, so you can see. So 6 of Swords. What else can we get for a sign that you give to Libra? King of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles. Okay. It could be coins. They could be leaving coins for you. You may see random quarters or pennies or nickels or something like that laying around out of the blue, or you could find random money here and there. I feel like they bless you in your money area. I feel like it could be birds even here with the Six of Swords showing up and the birds representing the swords in this card. Six of Swords represents getting in your boat and leaving, like packing your things and leaving, setting off on a new journey, a new path, a new destination. And you leave behind some of the swords. Like I feel like some of these swords are off, you're leaving them behind, but then you're taking some of the swords with you. So it's like some of the lessons that you've learned over your life you've taken with you. So as far as this being a sign from your spirit guides, let me look more closely at this card. The color red could be significant for you. I don't know if maybe it was their favorite color. This person seems like they may have been a grandmother energy. I'm also getting a masculine energy here as well. But in this particular card, I'm sensing the feminine. Obviously, there's a female in this boat. It's not gender specific though. Also, the ocean is here, so seashells could be of some significance. This person blesses you in your financial arena of life. I feel like they're always making sure that you don't feel left out in the cold. Anytime you may have felt that maybe you overspent or maybe your budget is getting tight, they always bring some sort of blessing on your finances. Okay, so what lesson are you helping Libra learn during this time, Spirit? What lesson are you helping Libra learn? Okay, the Queen of Wands in the reverse came out and the Hermit. Okay, so the lesson is a Queen of Wands is usually a card of like taking inspired action towards something. Queen of Wands can be like she's very smart about the actions that she takes. Like she thinks about these actions before she just takes them. I feel like because like if it was a Knight of Wands, it would be more of an immature energy, but this is the Queen, so she's older, she's wiser, she's more mature and methodical in what she acts towards and how it's going to benefit her, right? I have a cat here, a black cat showing up. That could also be significant with your spirit guide showing, and black cats and crows. And the Hermit is like going within, seeking the light from within, any type of internal wisdom that you have gained, reflecting with that wisdom. Like I said, thinking before acting, right? The Queen of Wands in reverse, so it could be that that's something that you are struggling with, right? Is perhaps getting stuck and complacent and not taking action towards something. Or knowing when to take the right action, I guess I would say. What obstacles does Libra need to be aware of? What can we get for any obstacles for Libra, Spirit? Eight of Swords, it's like that mental confusion, illusions in the mind, in the headspace, feeling trapped in the headspace. Anything else for the obstacles? Be careful not to let yourself get caught up in your head, right? That Hermit energy could also, signify that you get stuck sometimes. You find yourself stuck. Okay, Page of Cups and Seven of Pentacles. Page of Cups is like you're telling yourself that something can't happen. It'll happen when pigs fly. But Seven of Pentacles is encouraging you to nurture the seeds that you've planted thus far, right? Pay attention to what you have worked on to get you to where you are right now. How far have you come? Maybe you're contemplating making a decision or making a change in something or some area of your life, but you're holding back on that. Perhaps thinking it's not possible. But you've already done some work towards this, right? There's been some growth with this. It's just a matter of giving more of your energy and attention and time to it. What gifts does Libra have, Spirit? What gifts does Libra have that's helping them through this lifetime? Three of Swords is like overcoming heartache, right? Healing old wounds. You're gifted in healing the wounded heart, right? You don't let your emotions interfere. Most of the time, it's more of your headspace. Like, you get stuck up in your head sometimes, and you're air sign, so that's that's your nature, is to be whimsical and you're very great at communication, and you're good at thinking of things, coming up with ideas, coming up with creative projects that you can work towards. But maybe you come up with several different projects all at once and you overwhelm yourself, so nothing comes to completion with it. But anyways, that was all. Back to what you're gifted with. The Emperor came out in the reverse, Three of Swords. So I was saying with the Three of Swords, it's like you are good at healing your heart, not letting your emotional wounds interfere or overpower you. Like, not being stubborn either. Emperor in reverse is like, I think of a bullheaded, stubborn type of energy. Like, you're good about treating other people equally, right? I feel like you're good about treating others equal. Anything else for Libra's gift? What else can we get? A clarifier. Can we clarify a gift? Oh, wow. A whole bunch of them come out. Four of Wands. You're good at, bringing people together in celebration, organizing parties and events, maybe being the life of the party. You're good at having patience as well. You can temper yourself really, really well. You can find balance between your emotional self and your logical self. Three of Wands, it's like going out after an adventure. In the reverse, it's like not quite making that decision yet, kind of teeter-tottering on making decisions, but you can let things come to completion. You may trigger endings and beginnings, or help people realize in others when it pertains to other people and how you're gifted in helping other people. You could be good at helping them to see what needs to come to a complete ending, or what needs to be transformed, what needs to be rebirthed, or you're good at seeing that in your own life. It's so funny. It's like the obstacle or the lesson that we're learning is also bringing us all into the realization that that's actually our gift. I just wanted to shuffle and see if there was anything that would come out with gifts. Let me just look real quick here. I want to look at this Four of Wands in the book and see if there's anything else in there for that. Okay, you've been building foundations, and after a period of massive shifting, it's time to enjoy well-deserved communal bliss. If you've been through a cycle of rapid expansion and awakening, this card marks a transition into a more harmonic and stable state. You have reached new levels of consciousness, and it's the perfect time to enjoy a milestone event and celebrate with the people who love you. Love them right back. It says you are devoted to your connectedness and celebrate the wonder of loving bliss with community. So yeah, like I feel like when you're in community connections, you're really good about just being present with another person, being there, enjoying the moment, inspiring others to be joyful themselves, overcoming heartaches, overcoming pain, standing in their power, flipping that emperor upright, regaining your power, like authentically standing in your truth. And you represent that with the Librarian energy. It's like authenticity at its core, truth, right? What is Libra's next step, Spirit? What can we get for Libra's next steps? 7 of Swords in the reverse. To me, this is like drop the lies that you're telling yourself, or stop. Like, you could have been traumatized in the past, right? Where someone had lied to you or hurt you previously, and now you believe that that's going to happen like every single time in the future. I feel like it's something like that you're telling yourself. It's like, oh, or maybe something didn't work out in your favor. I feel like it could be related to business. Maybe something didn't go in the way that you wanted it, or maybe it wasn't as successful as you wanted it to be. I don't think it was a failure at all. I think it was a success, but it wasn't where you wanted it to be. So, you started to believe that, well, maybe this just isn't going to happen for me, right? That feelings of left out in the cold, I feel like that's, again, your spirit guide is here to show you, like, you're going to be okay. And just because something didn't necessarily turn out doesn't mean that things aren't still working out in your favor, or that it wasn't worked out in your favor, right? So your next steps is to really look at that and see where you might be telling yourself that you're going to get hurt, or you're going to be deceived or lied to, or something bad's going to happen. Nothing bad's going to happen unless you believe that at your core, right? We create our own realities, and when we tell ourselves something bad's going to happen, then ultimately you're going to attract that into you. It's the law of attraction. Whatever your vibration is, you attract in a match to that. So how can you change those thoughts? The 8 of Swords, like, be careful. That was an obstacle to look out for. So, Spirit, can we get a message from the Oracle here? Let's see. What is a direct message from your spirit guide? Something else we can know for Libra right now. What does Libra need to know right now, Spirit? Something they need to know. Something they need to hear right now for Libra. What else can we get for Libra, Spirit? Anything else? Wow. It doesn't want... Do you see how this is in my hands? It didn't want to come out. Hairball. Guys, this stuck in my hand. And if you think of a hairball, it gets stuck in your throat. Okay, so there could be something that you're needing to say. Sticky wicket over your shoulder. I was also, while I was shuffling, I was drawn back to this Queen of Wands. Sorry to throw it off, but I feel like I need to look at the book for something here. It's like jealousy, being afraid to take a risk, not being totally honest with yourself, build self-confidence, let go of what other people think, waning passions. Yeah. Accept the parts of you that you don't openly share. Past failures that have held you back, they don't define you. Transmute the shadow. Sit with it briefly and then light it on fire, because you don't need it anymore. Yeah. So that's what I was picking up. Like, there could have been something that didn't work out, right? Past what you see as a failure, but it's not a failure. All right, so let's read from the book on hairball. It says, small little tangle, no big deal. Last thing you want to do is get your knickers in a knot. It will all smooth out as soon as you stop, take a deep breath and realize it's time to hand it off to the universe. The dude to the rescue. Move aside. Okay, interesting. When I started this reading, I recommended that you guys take a deep breath. So this is Spirit reiterating that message, okay? So number 48, Stickity Wicket. Proceed with caution. It's a delicate situation, but that doesn't mean there's any real danger. Just a reminder that it's time to pause, to reflect, and to appreciate all you have now and all you're about to receive. And then finally, over your shoulder, says, those recurring patterns in your life, throw them overboard. Whoever said those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it was full of bunk. You only repeat patterns when you continue to stare at them. You get hypnotized and then act them out. Take one last look back, if you must, and then say sayonara for good. So whatever it is that you're seeing as this failure, take one last look at that. And I feel like you really need to gain appreciation for the efforts that you put into it, even though it didn't turn out the way you wanted to, right? Okay, so we're going to find out what number message you need to look out for over the next week to 2 weeks for Libra. What can we get for the number message for Libra Spirit? What number message can we get for Libra Spirit Guides? What number should they keep an eye out for? Okay, 16, rebirth. Yeah. You're about to go through a complete transformation, a complete rebirth. You know, it's like, I don't see, like, this is the only really, the over the shoulder, these two cards here are like cards of endings and the death and rebirth, I guess. Yeah, I guess that is kind of a strong message here. I was going to say, like, maybe you should start, like, pick back up where you left off. Try again. You may have progressed in some way energetically now to where you are more prepared to go after whatever it is you were going after. Maybe you had to shift your perspective in some way and see something differently. Sometimes when we go after things, we begin to go after them initially out of a pure intention, but that intention can change, right? Sometimes money can get the best of us and can skew our vision, our sights, right? So, and then it becomes more about like survival versus just doing it because you felt a deep calling to do it. So I feel like there's something in that for you. But keep an eye out for the number 16. That could be something relevant in that number for you. Maybe if you feel you need to look it up, feel free to Google it. But I will read from the book here, number 16. This card indicates a time of major transition and transformation that will result in significant personal growth. By drawing this card, you have entered a period of spiritual awakening and rebirth. where you have the opportunity to align with your higher self and the overarching principles that guide you. This is where you surrender. You surrender to the changes around you and prepare to be the best you can be. You are being encouraged to trust and believe that a magical future awaits, but first you need to let go of the old in order to experience the new. Take time to reevaluate your core values and re-examine your life. Then eliminate any superficial foundations that don't align with your higher self and your dreams. This is a time to recognize and rise above any ego-based thoughts and behaviors, for humility and authenticity are keys to your success. Okay, so here's an affirmation for you. Through personal transformation, I reach my greatest potential. And that pulls me back to that Queen of Wands in the reverse with that jealousy energy. Perhaps you're looking at others. Maybe on social media, you're seeing other people who are trying to do something similar to what you're doing, and maybe they seem to be more successful than you are. But don't forget that what you see on the screen is not the whole picture. It's not the full truth. Other people could be experiencing hardships in other areas that you have no idea about. So never, ever, ever compare yourself to another person, right? Keep your sights on yourself and recognize that you are beautiful just the way you are, and your ideas can come true. So that is all I have for you, Libra. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Again, I'll remind you, hit that like button, give me a follow if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell to be reminded the next time I upload another reading. So thank you guys. I hope you have an amazing week ahead. Bye.